So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Harris starts the drive on the ground and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now Wilson. Open man. There's Darnell Washington. And down he goes when he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
They should let me get that motherfucker.
Read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Wilson.
Come on, let me pick him.
They're going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Give him a couple on the scramble at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Oh my God.
Interception here.
Yeah, you already took a bite. How you liking it?
Opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
No gain on the play there, second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 34 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nah, he ain't fumbling that, bro.
Here's Daniels. Checks this one down to Robinson.
Yeah, let's go.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And some space here. Now inside the 25 and down to the 19-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Hurts over the middle.
I know you seen it. They didn't give me my pick. They didn't give me my pick, bro.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 seconds here for first and goal.
They didn't give me my pick, bro. My nigga had it in his hands.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Working the middle of the field.
That nigga don't drop shit.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Harris running straight ahead, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
4th down, here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker.
How the fuck Russell Wilson catch me, bro? Quit capping.
At their own 41. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a pretty good burst there as he get this across midfield and down to the 46. 55 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now Daniels.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that.
That's a crazy throw.
He had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Daniels looking to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Man.
What, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Steps away to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, here's Daniels. He'll buy some time right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Yeah, I had my mind made
Haven't
up.
been a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Daniels. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing?
Bro, why is my shit lagging, bro?
Let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Interesting.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Come on, bro.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone, why not? And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a good effort effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Daniels. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air goes Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
What pick? They hold me on the pick.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a dump off here to Robinson.
Bro, is he not going to fucking block, bro?
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Oh, my God, bro.
Dante Jackson picks it.
Bring that bitch out, too.
And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd
I'd have did that, too.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Wilson. And this throw incomplete.
They want to give me that 6.
Over at that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to get him down shy
That nigga
of the 13-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
My shit lagging.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
Ooh, got that motherfucker.
Before reaching the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Quick ass throw.
Now Wilson.
Bruh. The sack. That shit lagging, bro.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Okay,
What you mean, bro?
You can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing
He
up.
just sent your ass back 13 yards.
Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Wilson.
My shit is lagging. Good fucking hit.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This is crazy.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
This is crazy,
He's got a
bro.
man, complete.
Tight
And they
end.
finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's second and a yard. There's Wilson to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now Wilson going to change things up here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down, and they go back to Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Well, Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
He tried to make sure.
Here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Just to tie things up in the final minute.
I gotta watch these.
Boswell's
Oh,
kick
that
is
shit
good.
blow up.
And that will
You should
tie
have.
this game here in the final minute
I
of
thought you
play.
was.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the
Shit.
entire game. He's over
D-line.
the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't.
Not the
These
situation
cats
for that,
are a
bro.
different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick.
Oh yes. Oh my God. I thought I had some shit. My shit lagged, bro.
Nice work on the return.
Nah, they not fumbling, bro.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this heads straight to
Nah,
the
that's on
sideline.
me.
I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Daniels.
Zach Ertz has it complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice
Shit,
job there
Zach.
of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Open man is no ground. And with just
Well, I wish I got more
10
yards.
seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot.
Yeah, I'm hitting this. I got to.
He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win.
That's 48.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
It was
And
48.
celebration
I'm at the 35 though.
sideline as
Oh,
they have
shoot.
taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here
Go, man. Good
absolutely
execution.
loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow.
Woo! Shit!
35. And he will
Shit!
shoved out of bounds down at the 30.